That's the welcome that Prime Minister Modi got in Singapore. His trip to Southeast Asia is generating interest. Before Singapore, he was in Brunei, where he made a significant statement.
भारत की एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी और इंडो पैसिफिक विजन में ब्रुनेई का महत्वपूर्ण साझेदार रहा है। हम सहमत हैं कि इस क्षेत्र में कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट पर सहमति बने। हम विस्तारवाद नहीं, विकासवाद की नीति का समर्थन करते हैं।
Development, not expansionism. That is the message from Prime Minister Modi. Development, not expansionism. Obviously, it was directed at China, whose core philosophy of late has been expansionism. China has been making aggressive moves against its neighbors, indulging in gunboat diplomacy. Chinese ships keep ramming into Filipino vessels. Chinese Coast Guard keeps making threats. Beijing has deployed more than 200 ships near the Philippines. Manila detected these ships in the past week. They were spotted inside its exclusive economic zone. So the situation is grave and tense, and Brunei and India have been keeping track of it. Prime Minister Modi met the Sultan of Brunei today. His name is Haji Hassanal Bolkiah. After the meeting, they issued a joint statement. The statement does not name China, but it clearly delivers a message to the Chinese regime. The statement calls for maritime safety and security. It demands freedom of navigation and overflight, and it supports unimpeded lawful commerce. All of these are significant points, but here is the most important part. Let me read it out for you. The leaders also urged all parties to resolve disputes through peaceful means in accordance with international law. This is about the South China Sea and Beijing's claims on the region. We've been telling you about this on the show. Beijing claims almost the entire South China Sea, even areas that belong to other countries. China says they're all theirs. So there are 6 claimants in all: Vietnam, the Philippines, Taiwan, Malaysia, Brunei, and China. As you can tell, 5 of these are smaller players. The 6th one, that is China, tries to browbeat all of them with bogus claims. China's claims are in clear violation of international law. Brunei and the other stakeholders have been saying as much. And now India has formally endorsed this position. This is a shift. In the past, India has been hesitant to take a stand on disputes in this region. But now it is clearly calling out Chinese expansionism in the South China Sea, and this shift goes beyond issuing statements. It involves action as well. India is providing diplomatic and material support to China's adversaries. During Prime Minister Modi's visit, Brunei and India upgraded their relationship. India now considers Brunei a key partner for its Act East policy. Both countries agreed to form what they're calling an enhanced partnership. What is an enhanced partnership? It basically means that both sides will become close collaborators. Beyond bilateral trade deals, they will work together on defense. They plan to step up maritime cooperation. Their militaries will exchange visits. They will also conduct training programs and joint exercises. Another major focus area is space. An agreement was renewed today. Brunei hosts a station for ISRO, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. It has a space station in Brunei. It is used to track satellites and launch vehicles. Brunei will continue to host this facility. The existing pact was renewed today. There are also plans to start direct flights from India to Brunei. So overall, India is investing in this relationship in particular and in South Asia in general. It is a strategic imperative for 2 key reasons. First, it keeps rivals in China, like China, in check. It keeps the rivals in check, for example, China. And second, to fulfill India's own development needs. Which brings us to Singapore, the second stop for the Indian leader and an important regional partner for New Delhi. Singapore is India's 6th biggest trading partner and its largest source for foreign direct investments. In the last 24 years, investments worth $160 billion, $160 billion have flowed from Singapore to India. And these numbers are expected to grow in the coming years. India and Singapore want to elevate their ties. Before Prime Minister Modi's visit, Singapore had hosted a round table. India had sent 4 ministers to attend it. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav and Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal. During these talks, both sides identified new areas of cooperation. and semiconductors was one of them. Singapore is an important hub for semiconductors. 10% of the world's chips are produced there. It also makes 20% of all chip-making equipment. Now, reports say India is looking to sign a pact with Singapore to expand cooperation in the semiconductor space. Food security, renewables and green hydrogen are some of the other promising areas. The talks are scheduled for tomorrow. We'll be tracking all of it for you.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon has moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alice Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. For the first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.